Excuse me, good evening at 7 o'clock, which means mental mind treatment time. Just let the ring the bell. Also, I've got my little God from my little God box, which I nearly forgot to get actually. An interesting one tonight. Resistance causes pain and stuckness. Acceptance opens up possibilities. And I'll just show you the little picture here. I like that because I'm always talking about acceptance. And then within every experience is hidden a pearl. And again, a nice little oyster shell with a beautiful pearl in it. And that is so true. When you've lived a few years, time goes by and you begin to realize how how true that is. Absolutely true. Have some water from Norma. It's funny. Voice is fine, it seems to me. And then all of a sudden, of course, it isn't. Well, here we are for mental mind treatments. And I ask those of you that are going to come in, please use the chat line. And Karen is, I'll be with you very soon. Thanks, Karen. I'm just going to write you in my book here and make a note of the numbers. And I was going to bring you a little bit of an update because I had my number 4 infusion today. So that means I've done the 4. And now, starting in 3 weeks, I go on to what they call maintenance. We don't really know exactly where I'm at, but we're having a CAT scan will be done soon, and that'll give us a little bit more information. But I have been feeling really, really good till today. Now, if you'd listened to my Sunday thought, I was going on about the clocks going back and how it upsets me. And it's true. I didn't sleep much last night. Busy day today getting this infusion and everything. And so I was a little tired tonight, I will admit. But it's because, and the weather, it was like we've been sucked in with clouds. And so my knees hurt, my arms hurt, everything sort of hurts, which is one of the things I deal with. But anyway, other than that, life is progressing really quite well. I've been feeling really good for the last while. So that makes a big difference when you're feeling like yourself and you've got energy and you want to begin to do things. Now, our dear friend Kayla was going to Hong Kong for a wedding. Her son was getting married. So they get to Hong Kong and this is, I think, the 4th time it's happened where the weddings has to be shifted. And now her and her son have been flying to Bangkok. So Kayla, who has not been feeling well, if you have been listening to the mental mind treatments for Kayla around her house, getting better so that she could travel, and the one thing she actually phoned me and she said, but I love Bangkok. She said, I didn't even really get to see Hong Kong. We landed, found out there was a complication. So we're off to Bangkok. She said, but I love Bangkok. So that's good. So I'm going to do a treatment for her for traveling safe and continued healing, which she is still doing. So I know there is one power and I know there is one essence in all things. And in knowing that, I'm saying, speaking my word, I better slow down here a little bit, speaking my word for Kayla. In the power of that healing energy, and as I look here, the numbers I gave this was the lovingness that she has for herself, creating a balance, to do things in balance, which to me, I think would mean to make sure you rest, because then we get that lovely word acceptance in there, just accepting the limitations a little bit. But I know that in the power that is there, that the safety of travel is done. And that the healing that she's doing, I think, is going to happen even more as she's in Bangkok, in a place that she enjoys and likes, and as more things get settled. I give thanks in knowing that Kayla is under the light of being, that her continued healing occurs, that her travel is all done just absolutely wonderfully well. She adjusts easy, that she creates, and it's wonderful. And I give thanks in the knowing of this. And I truly say, thank you, thank you, thank you for this. And now Kayla will eventually back home feeling even better than when she left. That's the prayer. Also, another person who has surgery is Judy down in Colorado. So again, as I look here, what I see here is that there is needing to utilize our knowledge because there's confusion here, and rely back on her faith. And I've been in contact a little bit with through emails. So in my knowingness, as I speak my word for Judy today, I know the power is there with her. But I also see by this is that the need is to let go of the mental fear and move into the love, move into the light, move into the knowledge that she already has so she can move forward with faith. So that not only the healing continued, but the fear dissipates. It's like a cloud to me. I just see it dissipating. You know how when the clouds come in sometimes, then all of a sudden they start dissipating and the blue sky comes and the sun comes? That there is a letting go of the fear, because it's just the mind going a bit into, well, fear is false evidence appearing real, because our mind takes it, and we all do it at times, but this is not good for your healing, Judy. So it's like, let go the fear, just relax, use your knowledge, use the awareness of what you do know, have faith. Having faith is going to be very important for you. Everything will work out. Everything will be fine. You will continue healing. You will continue the sense of connection to the mighty power that is there to give you all that you want. And while we're on the tail of continued healing, I'm just going to do a short one for myself here. I even just picked my numbers a little bit, the same thing. Balancing, using the knowledge that you have and letting go of what's been in the past as you move forward. I'm a little smile and a laugh because I have a very busy day coming up on the 23rd of November, the Thursday. And I have to go to see my doctors in Kelowna. And now my oncology department here is giving me more things to do on that Thursday. So it's like a long day. And I tried to get them to change it a little bit, but they couldn't. So, or they didn't want to or something. So anyway, I know there is one power and there is one essence, and I know I'm connected to that power. And I know that my healing, the healing process that I'm in, is moving gently, easily, and comfortably to where I am in prime condition. I know that is happening because I'm feeling so much better and aware. And even though some days like today, because the weather is not really working well for me, is the ease of knowing that behind the clouds, behind all the air pressure, is sunshine, is delightfulness, is an awareness. And for that, I give thanks. I give thanks in knowing that I'm moving into, in tarot terminology, the sun, into the wonderfulness, into the beautiful ease. And I give thanks for that. And I give thanks for all the loving support that's out there on my journey. Okay, Karen, now we're in here. And she has 27.9. Right. Bless her heart. She just allows me to see what's going on and work from that. We know that Karen's done a big shift. And now it comes to the point of acceptance. To accept the next step. It's like like steps. And every time you go through a new awareness, you come to a new plateau. And then there's some things you need to learn about in that plateau as you move into the next plateau. Growth is sometimes considered for many like, oh, it's too difficult, it's too hard because things are changing. But that's what growth is all about. It's about shedding off the old. Now, what we see here is Karen accepting the change and knowing the answer always lies inside yourself. It's like checking in and do I want this or do I not? Because you still have choice. It's not like you've made the choice to change. You've made the choice to grow, but there's still choices. And it's sometimes it's learning how to, and you'll notice my hands are kind of twisting like this a little bit. It's like how to maneuver the newness into your life so it actually does make it more supportive, more loving, more aware. So here we go, Karen. I'm just going to have a little drink of water first because I still have that terrible dry mouth stuff. I know there is one power and one essence, and I know that Karen is connected to that power. And therefore, the acceptance of that power within her so that she's able to listen and feel and know. And it's almost like a dance, knowing how to dance with the new vibration because the old is gone. And so now they're reliant on the self, they're reliant on the connection, they're reliant on reliance on the knowing of what you know as you move forward. I have a smile because to me, it just feels so blessed and quiet and at ease. And it's like more every day, every minute, every second. It's like the past is receding and the new future is beginning to come in. It's not quite there yet. It's not quite, I can't see it brightly, but I know it's there. So that transition is still happening. I give thanks in knowing that Karen is moving forward. I give thanks in knowing that the growth is coming inside and beginning to be manifested in such a way that it's joyous and happy and basically delightful. I give thanks as I release this thought, knowing it is true and it is done by saying, and so it is, and so it is for all of the ones I do. Okay, what have we got for Jason? Hi, Norma. Greetings. Numbers 6, 13, and 12. And then he writes, thank you. This is dry. Okay, 6, 13, and 12. I'm going to paraphrase this a little bit, Jason, before. No matter how much we grow, no matter how much we know and how much we utilize our spiritual, philosophical awareness, there are times when we come to, it's almost like like bridges across a river. I think that's the picture I'm showing anyway. And what we see here with the numbers that you gave me, which I thank you for because they're helpful, is that there is some confusion as to maybe what's I don't know if it's the word expedience, what comes into my mind. What is the expedient way here? And because I'm going to go back to the bridge. Sometimes the path seems to get smaller instead of bigger. Sometimes there is like this bridge crossing from one side of a river, we'll say, to the other side. Maybe a pond, but a river is what I'm showing. And I think here, this is about you accepting that the changes of, hang on, I've got to back up a little bit. Part of it is because you can't see what's on the other side of the bridge. And this is where the acceptance of the number 12 come in. You're definitely doing a journey. And it's confusing because it's different. Yes, it's different. It's a little tighter. It's not always comfortable. You don't know where it's going. You don't know where one step after the other is happening. You're hoping it goes here, there, or whatever, but you don't know. And because you don't know, there is that questioning aspect about that. And that gives the confusion. Do I wait? No, you don't. From my perspective, no. You keep going slowly, one after the other. One of the elements of growth is when we align our aspects within ourselves and we come into balance. But we have to learn sometimes those aspects of ourselves, our emotionality, our I'm going to use the word negativity here, our mental negativity that gets us all tied up. Because you are on a journey. Your growth journey is ready, but you got to get over this bridge. And the bridge is narrow, and it's not that long, but it narrows in. And so there's a letting go of a lot of stuff, I think. And the letting go, this is where the acceptance comes in, because in accepting, you'll find you'll get over the bridge real fast. So that's your key, acceptance. And you probably are aware by now, I talk about acceptance a lot. And acceptance comes up a lot in these mental mind treatments, because it's the accepting of how things are when we don't know where they're going and what they're doing. It's the acceptance that you're on the correct path, which I'm going to say, yes, you definitely are, because you're transforming. When we go into the valley, the valley where I'm just thinking of the 23rd Psalm, the valley where we don't, it's like we go into this valley. Well, yours is a bridge, but you go in the valley and you don't really know where that's taking you. You don't know where that's going, but you have to have faith, which to me is, in a way, this is not so much, it's about acceptance of one step in front of the other is going to take you where you need to go, having trust, having faith in that stepping journey. Okay, so let's look at the treatment. I know there is one power in the one essence, and as I speak my word for Jason, I know that no matter what the confusion is going on, that the desire inside is to keep on going one step at a time and accepting that it will lead to your highest and best. And it is leading to the highest and best aspect of you, of your life, of where. And as one accepts that each step, which may seem to take longer than you would like, it's still taking you where you need to go. So it's like keeping your eye on the prize. The prize is peace, inner peace, understanding, knowing, and giving all aspects of yourself exactly what it needs. It's trusting the process of being. That's what brings things in the direction of where you're heading. It's like I want to pat you on the back and say, just remember, one step after the other will eventually get to you to where you want to go, but you're in the middle of that bridge. Like you've stepped on the bridge. I understand that. But now you got to walk along that bridge and you're not sure where it's going. But keep on walking, because the force is with you. And the force is there. It is, and it feels, I just feel that, it's that natural panic sometimes when we haven't got the end in sight. But that this configuration here, that doesn't show that. Number 13, if you're in the tarot at all, that's the death symbol. That is the movement through the valley of death. Letting go of the old, the new is out there waiting. You got to walk it. You got to get there step by step. And that's the acceptance. That's the acceptance. Acceptance of the journey. Acceptance that you are connected, that you are loved, that it will come together. And so I'm just going to add another little word in there as well, is patience. To be patient while the new information, the new understandings, the new whatever consolidates. And as that consolidates, as you walk along, life begins, as I said, that movement, that knowingness, there it is. I give thanks in knowing that Jason is on the right path. I give thanks in knowing that he is moving in the absolute best, correct, direction for himself. And I give thanks in him knowing how to accept that this is the path that he's on. That's good, great, and everything. So let go of the confusion. And in the letting go, I will let go knowing that all is as it needs to be. And I let go by saying, and so it is. Amen. Amen. Good luck to you. It's wonderful. It feels good. Okay, Marion. 3, 13, and 22. When we connected to the love force, when we know that love is all around and that the universe supports us, we also know that we can move through change. We can move through periods of time based on our faith of the end result. Time is the most difficult thing in some ways to be able to predict. Took me years to get it down. I feel time often. I feel it when I'm reading for people. And sometimes in our minds, when we know that we're loved, that we desire, want to achieve a certain element, and then we have this journey that we're on, and it's our faith that actually gets us to where we want to go. It's having faith through all what appears to be not there. Because when we look at the death symbol, it's a long journey. It doesn't say you're there. It says you're on your way. It's happening. It's coming. I also know that in this sense, there is physical discomfort. There is an awareness of frustration sometimes of how things seem to drag out. But I look at that number 3, and that is being connected to the love source, knowing that no matter what, your highest and best is always. And that's one of the hardest things we need to come to terms with, is that we always have our highest and best. Oh, I used to fight that when I was learning. Oh boy, did I used to fight that. How could this be my highest and best? It hurts. How could this be my highest and best when I don't know where I'm going? That's what I used to say to myself. And then I learned that if I just relax and trusted, having absolute faith, that's when miracles occurred, when I let go. And Marion, when I look at these numbers, it just shows growth and having faith and knowing the direction you want to go in and where you want to be. So let's move it into treatment itself. I know the one power and the one essence, that there is connection with Marianne. I also know that she understands how love works, the letting go of anything that takes away from the love vibration. So as she moves through her journey, her faith gives her the sense of knowing that the one step after the other brings enlightenment, brings understanding, brings whatever goals she desires with ease, with grace, because all the little, we will call it emotional blocks, have been let go, because there is only love. There is only acceptance. There is only awareness that everybody has their path and their journey, and it's the acceptance of who they are and where they're heading and where they're going. I give thanks in the knowing of this. I give thanks in knowing that Marianne's journey is moving into a new vibration. And as it moves into that new vibration with faith, love, understanding, there is a new, I'm just going to say, you know what, I'll tell you the picture that came in. It's a little not quite in a mental mind treatment department, but the picture was rockets under your feet. There's some things that kids have. They're like, and it's kind of like sends off rockets. So it's like you're on a rocket. You've got rockets under your feet going up and down. So it could make it faster. It could make it higher. I'm not sure, but that image came in all of a sudden. So we give thanks in knowing that the energy of love and light and whatever we call the divine essence, because people have different names for it, that it's under your feet. It's guiding, it's taking, it's moving. Relax and allow, because the distance then will go fast between where you are and the results. I give thanks in the knowing of this, and I give thanks personally for the pictures given to me tonight. And I give thanks in all the awareness of who we are and what we are. And as I release this thought for Marianne, I give thanks by saying, and so it is. And so it looks like tonight that we just have a small group, which actually is right. I still must talk a lot, because look at that. We're close to 7:30. And right now I don't want to and I'm a little tired tonight, which usually means I talk more, by the way. So we've got Kayla, Judy, myself, Karen, Jason, and Marianne, all with the divine essence of love and light shining upon us, bringing whatever we need for our growth, whatever we need for our health, for whatever we need in the enlightenment of opening up. One power, one essence for everyone, if we allow it in. It is not a mental thing, it's a feeling thing. And it knows that it's in every cell of your body. And the inner connection is light. It is just marvelous as far as I'm concerned, beyond words. And I know I've done some work for clients this last week where I have been absolutely, I'm going to use the words blown away by what has been shown to me as I've worked more and more with their subconscious for these two clients and the results that we're getting. And I give absolute thanks in realizing we just got to get in there and clean them up. Anyway, time is done. I have to have some more water though. Hang on. I give thanks to you guys for tuning in. I give thanks for your comments. I give thanks for the subscriptions. It's growing. Oh my goodness. I'm so pleased. Thanks for the shares. I haven't mentioned that lately. And I'll be back on Wednesday morning. And I have to be fairly fast because I've got to be somewhere else quite quickly. But it'll all come together. Give thanks, blessings, lots of love. You have a great night. Have a great day. Have a great week. I'll be back for mental mind treatment next Monday, but I'll also have Norma Talks plus Sunday Thought. See ya. Bye.